Closet door creaks open, soft wind through window. Been a year now, slow breath, and I still can't move these boots. They're sitting by the doorway still, covered up in dust and time, mud stains from that Tennessee rain, like you just walked in last night. Everybody says, pack it up, son, it's time to heal. But some things carry too much love to ever stop feeling real. Funny how a pair of old boots can hold a whole life inside. At night, every step echoes your memory through the silence in my life. I know leather don't have heartbeats, but somehow they still do. 'Cause every time I see those boots, I still see you. Your old truck don't start no more, just rusting by the barn, but I still sit behind the wheel whenever nights get hard. There's a coffee mug beside the sink with your lipstick faded thin, and every little thing you touch still feels alive again. Some people leave this world, but never house at night. Every step echoes your memory through the silence in my life. I know leather don't have heartbeats, but somehow they still do. 'Cause every time I see those boots, I still see you. And if heaven's got old dirt roads, I know you're walking free. No more pain upon your shoulders, no more weight to carry. Maybe every midnight whisper that drifts through this lonely room is just your soul reminding me, love don't leave that soon. The boots you left behind still hurt me now and then, but every scar you're leaving made taught me how to love again. And though I finally understand some goodbyes stay true, I'll always thank this broken life for letting me love you. Boots picked up softly, wooden floor creaks. Maybe it's all right now. Door closes gently to remember you without breaking too. Soft wind fades into silence. blue light glowing at the truck stop off Interstate 45. Coffee steaming in my tired hands, trying hard to stay alive. Rain keeps dancing on the windshield like an old familiar song. And every mile behind me feels heavier by dawn. I've been hauling dreams and diesel since I was barely 22, but no highway sign I've ever seen could lead me back to you. Now it's blue light at the truck stop and loneliness riding shotgun. Every neon glow, every rainy road still reminds me what I lost. And though these wheels keep rolling on, part of me is gone. Yeah, somewhere beneath these sleepless skies, I'm still chasing yesterday tonight. There's an old waitress named Maria who knows my usual seat and says you look more tired every year while pouring coffee cheap. The jukebox plays some George Jones' Heartbreak, low enough to hurt. Funny how old country songs always know the worst. I keep your picture on the dashboard beside a fading Tennessee map, like somehow love might still survive between the cracks. Now it's blue light at the truck stop and old memories won't stop. Every cigarette and song still tells me where you've gone. And though tomorrow comes too fast, some scars forever last. Yeah, somewhere through this pouring rain, I still whisper your name. Maybe truckers keep driving forever 'cause stillness hurts too much. And maybe broken hearts need highways just to feel enough. And every passing midnight town still feels a little like goodbye. Now it's blue light at the truck stop and a soul still worn out. Every mile and every tear still somehow keeps you near. And oh, life keeps moving on. Part of me still holds on right there beneath those neon blues, missing you tonight. Some people find freedom on the highway, others just find more memories. I've been thinking about this moment for a long, long time. Every road I've ever taken led me right to your eyes. From that night under neon lights to slow dances in headlights, every memory we made still feels like yesterday. Through the laughter, through the pain, through the sunshine and the rain, every step just brought me here, standing close, holding you near. With a heart I can't control, there's just one thing left to say. So I'm down on one knee tonight, with these words I've held inside. All my dreams are in your eyes. Girl, you're my forever life. Through every high and every fall, I'll be there through it all. Say you'll stay, don't let me be alone. Will you make this heart your home? I see mornings by your side, coffee cups and sleepy eyes, little moments, simple things that mean more than diamond rings. I see years and I see time, with your hand always in mine. Every wrinkle, every day, I'll still love you the same way. Every fear just fades away when I hear your name. So I'm down on one knee tonight, with these words I've held inside. All my dreams are in your eyes. Girl, you're my forever life. Through every high and every fall, I'll be there through it all. Say you'll stay, don't let me be alone. Will you make this heart your home? If forever's just a word, then I'll prove it every day. With every breath, every beat, I'll never walk away. Take this ring and take my soul. You're the reason I'm whole. Right here under these lights, I'm asking you tonight. I'm down on one knee tonight, no more hiding what I feel inside. Every dream begins with you, every road leads me to you. Through the fire, through the rain, I'll be yours through every pain. Say you'll stay, don't let me go. Will you love me forevermore? Just say yes, and I'll never let you go. Angin pelan, suara langkah di tanah, burung pagi. This land, it knows my name, genggam tanah. Been calling me long before I understood why. Sun comes up on a tired old man with dirt beneath his nails. Every line upon his face tells 1,000 weathered tales. Same old hat, same broken fence, same road he's always known. Ain't chasing down no big city dreams. This field's the only home. Time don't stop, but it sure slows down out here. These fields remember me, every step I've ever made, every drop of sweat and blood, every prayer I ever prayed. When I'm gone and laid to rest underneath this open sky, these fields will still remember me long after goodbye. There's a tree I planted years ago. Now it's standing tall and wide, just like the boy I used to be before I lost my pride. My son don't want this kind of life, says he's leaving town, but I see myself in his restless eyes when he thinks I'm not around. You can run from where you're from, but it never leaves your soul. These fields remember me, every step I've ever made, every drop of sweat and blood, every prayer I ever prayed. When I'm gone and laid to rest underneath this open sky, these fields will still remember me long after goodbye. Maybe one day he'll come back here when the world gets too loud, and he'll finally understand what I'm feeling now. It ain't about the money made or the places that you've been. It's about the roots you leave behind and the life you're living in. These fields remember me, but they'll remember him too. Every step he chooses next, every dream he follows through. And if he finds his way back home, I'll be somewhere in the wind, in every whisper through these fields. He'll hear me once again. Ingen labi kuat, down bergesek. Ain't about holding on, it's about what you leave behind. Burn turbine, fade out. Bartender looked at me tonight, said, "You waiting on someone?" I just smiled. Yeah, I was. There's 2 glasses on the table, but I'm drinking here alone. One still full of what we had, one for what is gone. He said you'd be here at 8, like every Friday night. But time keeps ticking louder, and you're nowhere in sight. I got a feeling deep inside, something just ain't right. 2 glasses on the table, only one gets used. One for me still holding on, one for the truth I never knew. You said forever, meant it then, or at least I thought you did. Now I'm sitting here with both of them and wondering where you've been. I see a car outside the bar, parked across the street, but you ain't walking through that door. You're somewhere I can't see. Then I catch your reflection in the window down the hall, laughing with a stranger like I meant nothing at all. That moment hit like whiskey burns, and everything just turned. Two glasses on the table, now I finally see one was never meant for me, just your twisted honesty. You held my hand, looked in my eyes while breaking every vow. Now I'm raising both these glasses, but you ain't here now. But you ain't here now. I should've known by the way you changed, by the silence in your tone, by the nights you said you're busy, but I felt it in my bones. Love don't lie like that. Love don't walk away. Love don't leave you sitting there with nothing left to say. So I drank them both down slowly, let the truth sink in. Some people love you halfway and leave you where you've been. I placed the ring beside the glass, watched the neon glow, and walked out of that bar tonight, finally letting go. Two glasses on the table, now there's none for you. I'm done believing broken words and promises untrue. You lost me in that moment when you chose someone new. Now I'm walking out the door, and I'm finally through. Soft guitar, no piano, no more waiting, no more lies. Pause, just me and a brand new life. Cassette click. Swear to I got butcher. Hush now, baby. Close your eyes. Suara ibu pelan, lalu kaset berhenti. I still hear you, Mama. There's a rocking chair by the window still that don't move no more, and the Bible you kept beside your bed ain't been opened since before. Your apron hangs in the kitchen light, like you're coming back again. But the silence says what I don't wanna hear. This house ain't home without you in it. I tried to be strong, like you always said, but I break instead. I hear the last song Mama sang echo through my mind. Every word still holds me close, every note still shines. When the world gets cold at night and I don't feel that strong, I go back to where you held me in the last song Mama sang. You used to hum those melodies while the sun came pouring in. Said love's the only thing you need, don't chase the world you're in. Now I'm standing in this empty room with memories on the walls, trying to be the man you saw in me before I felt this fall. Every lesson you left behind still keeps me alive. I hear the last song Mama sang echo through my mind. Every word still holds me close, every note still shines. When the world gets cold at night and I don't feel that strong, I go back to where you held me in the last song Mama sang. If heaven's got a front porch swing, I hope you're sitting there, singing softly to the wind like you're still right here. And maybe one day I'll hear that tune floating through the sky, and I'll know you never really left, you just learned to fly. I hear the last song Mama sang, now it's mine to carry on. Every word you gave to me still helps me carry on. When my world feels torn apart and I don't know where I belong, I'll find my way back home again through the last song Mama sang. Fade out. Ain't all bars made of steel, some you carry deep inside. Cold walls in a narrow bed, counting cracks above my head. Every night feels just the same, echoes calling out my name. Got a number, lost my past. Time moves slow, but guilt moves fast. Every choice I can't undo leads me right back here with you. I thought I could outrun the truth, but it was running too. These bars scar, every step that went too far. I can walk out someday free, but these chains stay with me, 'cause the hardest prison walls are the ones you never see. Mama's letter came last week, said she still prays for me. Told me, son, don't lose your soul, even where you're forced to be. I ain't cried in years gone by, but her words broke something loose. Guess a man can hide his tears, but not the weight of truth. Every night I face myself, a judge with no excuse. These bars ain't just steel, they're the things I didn't heal. Every lie, every scar, every step that went too far. I can walk out someday free, but these chains stay with me, 'cause the hardest prison walls are the ones you never see. Oh, the ones you never see. If I get another chance, I won't waste a single day. I'll rebuild what I destroyed, find a better way. Maybe grace ain't something earned, maybe it's just found in the moment you admit you've been breaking down. These bars ain't just steel, but they're teaching me to feel. Every scar, every fall ain't the end of it all. If I ever walk out free, I'll be who I should have been, 'cause the man I was before ain't the man I am within. Gate opens, footsteps, bird sound. Sun feels different, deep breath. Maybe freedom starts inside.
Windshield wipers moving slow, wind hitting the truck roof, faint AM radio static. 2 in the morning, middle of nowhere. Radio cuts in and out, and somehow you're still riding shotgun in my mind. Headlights carving through the dark like ghosts across the road. Every mile keeps pulling memories from places I buried long ago. There's a diner sign half flickering outside a broken town, but I keep driving past it all, 'cause stopping slows me down. Funny how the night gets louder when you're all alone. It's just rain on an empty highway, and your memory on my mind. Every drop against this windshield feels like one more goodbye. I keep chasing down the silence, but your voice survives the pain. It's rain on an empty highway, and me missing you again. There's an old photograph beside me, faded from the passing years. You're smiling like forever was never gonna disappear. I tried whiskey, tried forgetting, tried running from the truth, but no matter where this road goes, it always leads to you. Some hearts keep moving forward, mine just circles back. It's just rain on an empty highway, and your memory on my mind. Every drop against this windshield feels like one more goodbye. I keep chasing down the silence, but your voice survives the pain. Yeah, it's rain on an empty highway, and me missing you again. Maybe somewhere past these clouds you still see these roads at night. Maybe every falling raindrop carries pieces of our life. And if lonely souls keep wandering long after love is gone, maybe yours is riding with me through this storm till dawn. It's still rain, but the storm don't hurt the same. Time can dull the sharpest sorrow, but it never kills the pain. And though your shadow rides beside me, I know life keeps rolling on like rain on an empty highway, till the night finally moves along. Rain slowly stopping, truck engine humming steady, birds faint in distance, storms breaking now. Deep breath, guess even lonely roads eventually find the morning. Fade into engine and wind. Chairs dragging across wooden floors, neon buzzing softly, bottle clinks. Closing time again. Cash register closes. Funny how the loudest places feel the loneliest after midnight. Bartender wipes the counter slow, like he's done 1,000 nights.
Same old jukebox playing heartbreak under faded neon lights. There's a couple dancing in the corner, trying hard to save what's gone. And an old cowboy by the window, still singing to a love moved on. Everybody hides the pain, a little different round here. Neon lights and empty bottles, that's all the night became. A room full of broken people, trying not to break again. Every song cuts a little deeper, every shot burns slow. Yeah, it's neon lights and empty bottles, and nowhere left to go. There's lipstick stains on a whiskey glass from somebody who just left, and cigarette smoke hanging heavy like regrets we can't forget. I told myself I wouldn't miss you, but this bar says otherwise, 'cause your memory still walks through here every single night. Some nights the whiskey helps, some nights it just remembers. Neon lights and empty bottles, that's all the night became. A room full of broken people, trying not to break again. Every song cuts a little deeper, every shot burns slow. Yeah, it's neon lights and empty bottles, and nowhere left to go. Maybe heaven's got a barroom where the lost souls finally heal, where old heartbreak turns to laughter and lonely hearts can feel. Maybe every tear we drink away gets washed clean somehow, and the people we still miss tonight are sitting with us now. Neon lights and empty bottles ain't all this life has been. Yeah, I've loved and lost and stumbled, but I'd do it all again. 'Cause every scar reminds me that my heart was real somehow, and these neon lights keep shining even now. Sign clicks off, keys jingling, door locks. See y'all tomorrow night. Soft chuckle, same songs, different heartbreaks, silence. Loudest places feel the loneliest after midnight. Bartender wipes the counter slow, like he's done 1,000 nights. Same old jukebox playing heartbreak under faded neon lights. Bartender wipes the counter slow, like he's done 1,000 nights. Same old jukebox playing heartbreak hides their pain, a little different round here. Neon lights and empty bottles, that's all tonight became. A room full of broken people trying not to break again. Every song cuts a little deeper, every shot burns slow. Yes, neon lights and empty bottles and nowhere left to go. There's lipstick stains on whiskey glass from somebody who just left, and cigarette smoke hanging heavy like regrets we can't forget. I told myself I wouldn't miss you, but this bar says otherwise, 'cause your memory still walks through here, and every single night. Some nights the whiskey helps, some nights it just remembers. Neon lights and empty bottles, that's all tonight became. A room full of broken people trying not to break again. Every song cuts a little deeper, every shot burns slow. Yeah, it's neon lights.
Rain's washing the oil off the street. That red sign's buzzing like a wasp. I'm staring at a chip plate. You're twisting a napkin into rope. The air smells like wet asphalt, and the grease trap in the back. Just one booth at Rosie's, holding up what's left of us. A little sugar and a lot of dust, trading looks we can't afford in this one booth at Rosie's. My dad always said I'd stay rooted like a fence post in this mud. You got that bus ticket in your coat, next to a pack of crushed smokes. I ain't gonna beg you on the steam ride. The waitress is leaning on the counter. She's seen this movie 1,000 times. The sun's going down behind the refinery, and I'm still stuck on the same line. Stuck on the same line. Just one booth at Rosie's, holding up what's left of us. A little sugar and a lot of dust, trading looks we can't afford in this one booth at Rosie's. The rain ain't stopping.
Flowing river, old radio static searching for signal. Dad used to say, River remembers every man that crosses it. Soft splash of water. Guess it remembers me too. There's an old wood dock past Carter's Bend, where I spent my younger days, skipping stones and chasing dreams, before life pulled me away. I carved our initials in that pine back in the summer of '81. Thought love would last forever then. Funny how forever comes undone. Some things fade with time, some never really leave. The river knows my name, every tear I tried to hide, every prayer I whispered low on those long and lonely nights. It carries every memory like the current carries rain. Yeah, the river knows my story, and it still calls my name. Mama's house got sold last spring, now strangers own the land, but I still see her standing there, waving with both hands. And my brother left for Memphis town, said he'd never come back here, but I swear I heard him crying once when Daddy disappeared. Funny how a river runs, but somehow always stays. The river knows my name, every tear I tried to hide, every prayer I whispered low on those long and lonely nights. It carries every memory like the current carries rain. Yeah, the river knows my story, and it still calls my name. Maybe souls move like water, never really gone, just flowing through the shadows long after we move on. And maybe when my time comes and they lay me in the clay, the river will keep on singing long after I fade away. The river knows my name, but it don't hold me down. Every hurt I carried once feels lighter somehow now. And when my journey's over, like the sunset after rain, I'll drift into forever, where the river calls my name. River flowing stronger, evening crickets, water keeps moving. Guess that's life. Radio static returns briefly, then silence. Same habit. Light switch clicks. Don't even know why I still do it. There's dust gathering on your mailbox side, roses dying by the gate. But I still water them every morning, like somehow you ain't too late. Neighbors probably think I'm crazy, waiting like I always do. But this old house still feels alive every time I think of you. Some people move on easy, I just learned to wait. I still leave the porch light on, like you might come home tonight, like your truck might pull up slow underneath that pale moonlight. Everybody tells me let go, but my heart won't listen yet. So I still leave the porch light on for a love I can't forget. Your boots are by the back door still, covered up in faded dust, and your favorite record spinning slow, like it's holding on to us. I tried packing up the memories, but they never stayed boxed away. 'Cause every little thing around here still whispers your name. Some nights I swear I see you standing in that drive. I still leave the porch light on, like you might come home tonight, like your truck might pull up slowly underneath that pale moonlight. Everybody tells me let go, but my heart won't listen yet. So I still leave the porch light on for a love I can't forget. And if there's somewhere souls can wander after goodbye takes hold, maybe your heart still finds this porch when the night air turns cold. And maybe every shining bulb against this darkened sky is just my way of saying you're still loved tonight. I still leave the porch light on, though deep down I know the truth, that some people leave forever, no matter what we do. But loving you was worth the pain and every tear I cried. So I'll keep that old light burning till my own goes out someday. Yeah! Porch swing moving softly, wind through trees, lights still on. Long pause, just in case. Don't even know why I still do it. never said too much, but somehow he said it all. In the way he worked, in the way he stood tall. He had hands like worn out leather from a life out in the sun. Said, you don't quit when it gets hard, son. You just finish what you've begun. Every morning for the daylight, he'd already be halfway gone, chasing down a living so we could carry on. He was the man I learned to be, strong when I was weak, standing tall on broken ground when life brought me to my knees. Every word, every scar, every lesson I still see. I am who I am today 'cause of the man he taught me to be. We didn't have much growing up, but we never felt poor, 'cause he gave us everything we needed, even when he had no more. I remember nights by the fire when he'd tell those stories slow about dreams he never followed, so I could chase my own. He was the man I learned to be, strong when I was weak, standing tall on broken ground when life brought me to my knees. Every word, every scar, every lesson I still see. I am who I am today 'cause of the man he taught me to be. Now I see his reflection staring back at me in the mirror every morning, in the man I've come to be. And I hope I make him proud with every step I take, 'cause everything I am today was shaped by his mistakes. Now there's a boy that calls me dad, and I hold him just the same, and I whisper all those words that my father never said. But I feel him in the silence, in every choice I make, like he's walking right beside me with every step I take. He was the man I learned
pass it down the line someday. The man he made me be. Yeah, I'm still learning, but I think he'd smile if he could see me now. Soft fade out.
Neon signs and muddy boots, Friday night downtown. Every cowboy chasing something before the sun goes down. Girls laughing by the jukebox, smoke hanging in the air, and me pretending I don't care that she ain't standing there. Raise 'em high, drink it down. It's whiskey rain on Main Street, heartbreak pouring all night long. Steel guitars and barroom angels singing every sad song. We dance, we laugh, we fall apart under those neon flames. Yeah, it's whiskey rain on Main Street, and nobody leaves the same. Old Joe's crying in the corner over a woman long gone, while two young lovers by the dance floor think their love can't go wrong. Sheriff drinking with the drifters, nobody cares tonight, 'cause every soul inside this bar came here to lose a fight. One more round, make it loud, boots stomping rhythm on wood floor. Hey, it's whiskey rain on Main Street, heartbreak pouring all night long. Steel guitars and barroom angels singing every sad song. We dance, we laugh, we fall apart under those neon flames. Yeah, it's whiskey rain on Main Street, and nobody leaves the same. Somebody broke a bottle by the pool table. Oh, leave 'em alone, that's just love hitting hard again. It's whiskey rain on Main Street, and this whole town's alive. Broken hearts and country music, keeping lonely souls alive. If tomorrow brings a hard goodbye, we'll still sing through the pain. Yeah, it's whiskey rain on Main Street, and tonight we dance in the rain. Band slowing down, crowd screaming for more. Y'all be careful heading home tonight. Small laugh, and if you can't be good, at least be country. Fiddle, let it explode.
was a small town late July, fireflies and open skies. Didn't know it at the time, we were riding our best days. You had that dress, white and light, spinning slow in neon lights. Radio playing our song, we were singing all night long. Old truck parked by the lake, every promise that we made felt like they would never end, like forever was our friend. We were young, we were free, didn't know what love could be. Take me back to that summer night, where everything just felt so right. Your hand in mine, no goodbye, just endless stars in your eyes. We were young, we were wild, running free like a dream in time. If I could live one memory, I'd go back to you and me. Time moved on like it does, life got real, we lost touch. Different roads, different plans, slipped away from our hands. But sometimes I hear that song, and it takes me right back home, to that night, to that place, to your smile, to your face. Now I know what we had then was a once in a lifetime. Take me back to that summer night, where everything just felt so right. Your hand in mine, no goodbye, just endless stars in your eyes. We were young, we were wild, running free like a dream in time. If I could live one memory, I'd go back to you and me. Maybe we were meant to fade, just a chapter, just a phase. But that love we left behind still lives somewhere in my mind. And if I saw you once again, I wouldn't try to change a thing, 'cause what we had was true back then, even if it had to end. Take me back to that summer night, where we danced under neon lights, where goodbye didn't exist, just your lips I still miss. We were young, we were wild, lost in love for a little while. If forever can't be true, I'm still glad I had you. Back to that summer, back to you.
Every second is a steady hand, counting out the life he lived. It never skips a single beat, holding on to everything we had, holding on to everything we had. to everything we have. Everything is moving that rhythmically when I feel like I am home again. The beer is sweating on the wood. You haven't looked at me all night. The red sign is buzzing on the wall, color in the tears you try to hide. We are sitting in this padded booth with nothing left to say. Bright lights and lonely hearts searching for a way to stay. We are sitting at the same table, but you are already gone. You are already gone. The ice is melting in your glass, a little pool of water on the rain. I wanna tell you not to leave, but the words are stuck inside my chest. I watch you turn your wedding band, like you're trying to set it free. Bright lights and lonely hearts searching for a way to stay. We are sitting at the same table, but you are already gone. You are already gone. The piano plays a heavy song about a man who lost it all. I guess he knows just how I feel, waiting for the hammer to fall. Bright lights and lonely hearts searching for a way to stay. We are sitting at the same table, but you are already gone. Already gone. Just the sound of the back door and the buzzing in my head. Lonely hearts, just lonely hearts. I found that old cedar box today, stashed behind the heavy winter coats, tied up with a piece of rough twine and thick with the smell of wood and dirt. Each one's got a stamp that never saw the rain, addressed to a house that's likely torn down now. Just a pile of letters I never sent, a ledger of every word I didn't say. Carrying this weight was always my choice. Carrying this weight was always my choice. But the ink is getting heavy in my hands. Yeah, the silence is a debt I'm paying still. There's one in here from '74, the night I let you walk out to the truck. I had it all worked worked out on the page, how I changed my ways and quit the bottle, but I folded the paper instead of my pride and let the engine roar, take the place of my voice. Just a pile of letters I never sent, a ledger of every word I didn't say. Carrying this weight was always my choice. Carrying this weight was always my choice. But the ink is getting heavy in my hands. Yeah, the silence is a debt I'm paying still. It's funny how the paper doesn't rot, while the man who wrote it surely has. I could light a match and watch the smoke, but some things are meant to stay buried. But some things are meant to stay buried in the dark where the regret is safe. Just a box of paper, just a box, heavier than any stone I ever hauled. Keep them now, let them stay. Just let them stay, keep until the morning comes, until it comes. Sky's the color of a fresh bruise, heavy smoke cutting the line. My hands don't come clean anymore, scrubbing till the skin's raw. Raw. I hear the rhythm of the crane dragging the weight of the world. Burning red, iron in the blood, iron in the bone. Everything I am is for the furnace. Everything I am is for the fire. Whistle screams through the valley, thick heat hitting my throat. Falling on the hour, I don't look up at the sun. Don't look up. Dust is the only thing I taste. Iron is the only thing I know. Burning red, iron in the blood, iron in the bone. Everything I am is for the furnace. Everything I am is for the fire. Old man sweat in the metal, my own life in the rust. I'm just fuel for the engine, fuel for the engine, grinding down to the dust, down to the dust. Burning red, iron in the blood, iron in the bone. Everything I am is for the furnace. Everything I am is for the fire. Let it burn until the sky goes dark. Iron in the blood, iron, iron, iron.
There's a cowboy hat on the passenger seat, covered in dust and time, still bent on the left side brim, just the way you liked. You throw your boots up on the dash, laughing at the radio radio songs. Lord, this truck's been awful quiet since you've been gone. Funny how the smallest things can keep a heart hanging on. That cowboy hat on the passenger seat still carries your memory, like you just stepped out for a minute and you'll come back to me. Every mile this old truck rolls feels lonelier than before. Yeah, that cowboy hat beside me still hurts me to my core. I drove through Amarillo last week, stopped where we used to dance. Band was playing slow old country, like they were giving ghosts a chance. Bartender asked whose hat is that? I couldn't find the words. Some pain lives too deep inside to ever fully learn. Some people leave this world but never leave the ride. That cowboy hat on the passenger seat still carries your memory, like you just stepped out for a minute and you'll come back to me. Every mile this old truck rolls feels lonelier than before. Yeah, that cowboy hat beside me still hurts me to my core. And if there's a road beyond this life stretching through the sky, I hope you're somewhere driving slow under heaven's neon lights. Maybe one day I'll see that hat waiting by my side once more, and we'll ride forever together like we did before. That cowboy hat on the passenger seat don't break me like it did. Now it feels more like a reminder of the best love I lived. And though this road keeps rolling on with miles I can't ignore, I'll always save that seat for you forevermore. Turn signal clicking, truck shifting gears, sunrise birds faintly heard. Still got your hat beside me, small smiling voice. Guess some people never really leave. Truck fades into open highway wind.